Oh, hi you guys, and welcome to the stream. We will be streaming the Marrow Mines by the Kobold Press, which we prepared only an hour ago. And by prepared, I mean we just set it up in our format for streaming. So, fun. Fun. What I haven't done, which I said I would do while I was away, was write down everyone's names, which I will do now. But, do we have fun in store today? So, first of all, let's go through our usual stuff. Here are our social links. If you guys want to get involved, those are the links you need. Get in the Discord. It's a really fun family game place. It's really inclusive, it's friendly, and all the rest of it. Twitter as well. If you want to get in on a game, then send me a DM on Twitter, and I will get you in a game. Simples. Simples. Just turn that down just a little bit more. Just about there, I think, would be good. Yeah, that's good. Also, oh, hi! Yeah, it is warm, alright. It is warm. I'm also looking like I'm, like, fading a bit. Let's see if I can turn down the filter on that a little bit so I'm not looking so see-through. That'd be good. Filter, chroma key. Let's just turn that down a bit. Not quite so see-through now. There you go. There we go. What else we got? Oh yeah, we've also got a Patreon. If you guys would like to consider supporting us, you can now support us from as little as $1 using the Patreon subscription. No, I'm not trying to ruin Will's reputation. I'm just saying it's hot. It's hot here. Okay, there's no option not to have buttons done up. If I had buttons done up, I'd be red in the face. I'd be dying. If you like, I can pull it across a little bit. Thank you, Chorus, for watching ads for me, you monster. I also have some merchandise, so if you would like the little book that I am writing the one-shot notes in my format, that's where you get it from, on the Redbubble. There it is. Tahina! Welcome.
Looks like we got a new friend.
And Earthen Lady, thank you for the host. Awesome. Welcome one, welcome all. Also, there is the tweet link. Retweets are very much appreciated. It's going to be awesome. Potato, welcome everyone. Okay. Have I done all the things that I want to do? I've spoken about all the things. So I think, without much further ado, we should go and get our players. So players, you are live.
Hey!
As the transition slowly happens in OBS, as OBS crashes. There it goes. Now it's transitioning you to live. Hello. Welcome, one and all. So, what we're going to do is we're going to introduce everyone going around the clock. So it's not going to be in like a Zoom order. It's going to be in around the clock order. Oh, bit of feedback there, someone?
That was my bad. No, shh, quiet. Shh. That was all me. It was entirely my fault.
That's fine. If you guys would like to say a short hello, maybe introducing yourself in a brief way, and then introduce us in detail to your character. And we don't worry too much about the setting at the minute. I'll do a flashback to that in a moment, and then we can come to the cave where we're going to start. So, we will start then at 1 o'clock with Gilroy Almighty.
Hello. Bear with me, sorry guys. So, the character... Sorry, Scrat, you cut out partly through there, so I just wanted to see what you wanted to know. So my character is Morgus. He's a little barbarian gnome. He may only be 3 foot tall, but he has a heart of a 7-foot giant. And he's going to be looking after everyone here. And he's a bit of a follower, but he can be an idiot. So, see what happens.
Making notes.
Oh no.
Oh, and he's got 2 axes, like hand axes, that are his favorite to use. One's named Katie and one's named Lisa, and they're of past lost loves, basically. Yeah.
Oh,
so.
Okay. Okay, so he's bringing like he's not bringing very much height, but he's bringing a lot of depth. Got it.
A lot of depth, a lot of height.
Yeah, he's a very deep character. Yeah.
So next around the clock we have, which I can now definitely pronounce because we spoke about it beforehand, as Lonely as Leica, and that O. It may look like an O, but that is a 0 in that Twitter handle. It's just my font
Definitely a 0.
can't differentiate between the two.
The O was taken. What was I supposed to do? I'm great. Yeah. I've just I was just randomly asked on Twitter, so here I am. I'm playing Daffycelia, or Daff to her friends, who is a gnome druid, and she had some childhood trauma involving a accidental teleportation to another plane, and then immediate retrieval. However, it's messed with her head a little bit. She's a bit not all there. And her charisma is a good old -2, so, you know.
Ooh. We got a talker.
Definitely. Of course.
Oh, we have a talker. It's not a good talker.
Yeah.
So next around the clock, we have Tico at Tico Bell.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Tico. I'm playing Radiance. She's a paladin of Sunni. She's all about kind of just traveling and bringing light and beauty to things, and figuring out exactly what that means within herself and kind of the world around her, and try to make the world a little bit of a brighter place.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I mean, that's fairly noble going in. I think that's good. Next up round the clock, we have at Matt Bat, Avery.
Yeah, I'm Avery. Today I'll be playing Indalin, who is a high elf ranger, who has just kind of like, I guess, dancing through life through all these different planes, has absolutely no concept of time anymore because of the like so many time skips and such, has just found themselves here with the party, and it's like, this is my life now.
Alright, cool. Is that how this like lack of time perception happens? Is it through time skips?
Yeah, I imagine that like private like they spent a decent amount of time in the Feywild. And, yeah, so it's just like, oh, okay, well, I'm a couple years out of sync. Oh, okay, it's all right.
Very interesting.
It could be worse.
Could be. And so, last but most certainly not least, we have Eric at Eric1434.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I will be playing Neuro, the Sea Elf monk. She lived for about 100 years on the Fire Plane, and then was promptly kicked out for unknown reasons and by unknown means, and is very salty about being in the material plane. She's not quite sure she likes it here. It's very cold, and she's not quite used to it. And these are probably the first people she met, so she's going to stick around reluctantly until she can figure out what the heck's going on.
And could you just clarify for me again, what kind of Eladrin was she? Sorry, not Eladrin. The other one that I've forgotten, genie character thing, Genasi. What?
Elf.
Elf. That's the one.
So none of those. She is a sea elf.
A sea elf.
An unearthed arcana relic that is, I believe, long gone or not recognized anymore.
Clarify, you are playing a salty sea elf. Got it.
Oh, I hadn't even made that connection. Thank you so much for that.
It's okay.
I'm going to write that right up on that sheet there. Salty sea elf. That's good.
Awesome. So, we're going to start the scene off with a flashback. So, at the end of this flashback, we're going to go back to outside the cave where you have all been sent to investigate kobolds. But for now, we're going to go back to a place where you may have met to have received this job. Perhaps it's a tavern or a living room somewhere. A gnarled old man, sort of, he's sitting, he's leaning across his mug, sort of. I was taken by the evil dogs while camping near Agav's bog. They dragged me into their lair, and it wasn't until I escaped that I knew the truth of the place. It was a great big bony wing in the side of a hill. They chained me in the dark with a candle and made from foul wax and forced me to dig at the Marrow. Their bonds were poorly made, and I fled several days later while they slept. Takes a long swig. Will you go and sort it out? They can't just be stealing commoners off the side of the road.
Were there still people there when you left?
Well, there might have been. We're kept separate, we are. But it's awful close to the main road. So if they are taking people, they could be kidnapping.
And they're taking them to dig at a bone wing?
Yeah, it's just off the hill as you go off the main road at nearly the midpoint between the two cities. It's way off to the east. You go down this hill and you can see the bone tip just peeking out of the hill. Ginormous it is. You can get a whole man in the bones.
What do you suppose it is?
Oh, I don't know. Some ancient legendary creature, I guess.
Doesn't that sound rather intriguing?
Rather terrifying.
Oh, but you're all keen adventurers, I can see from your armor and your weapons.
Yeah, Morgus is just sitting there with his 2 axes, just like doing the whole gunslinger thing. Like, I'm ready. I'm really ready.
Just
Can I see
collecting a
if
quarter stuff.
Can I see if he's a little too far in his cups, having a bit of too much?
Yeah, of course. You can give me an insight check or a medicine check.
Go inside, I think. That's a sweet 6.
On a sweet 6, you're not sure. There's, maybe that slur of his tone is to do with alcohol. Maybe it's a regional accent. It's difficult to tell.
I think this man is putting us on.
What? Sorry, what?
And we take the chance, even if he's, a joke or something. If we just decide to do nothing, what if it's not a joke?
I agree 100%. I say we check this out no matter what.
Let's go.
I like mountains. I can go down.
I like
If we go
mountains.
that way and we
I like
see a giant bone, then maybe we investigate further. If nothing, then maybe we enjoy the time outside.
Yeah, get some sightseeing done. I see no issue with this.
And he's an old man with like a stoop to his back, and he walks with a cane. He's like, well, if you want, I can come with you and show you. I don't mind. He starts getting up and like going for his cane.
No, I just kind of like pat him on the back and sit him back down. And I'm just like, I don't think that will be necessary. I think you should just stay right here. We'll take care of everything for you. Yes.
Morgus is actually looking for a cane to give him to say, come along, but okay.
I'm sorry, very nice. Are we being paid for this, old man?
Well, I suppose the village will reimburse you if you bring us back some. No, hang on a minute. That was back in the Middle Ages when they used to give you money for kobold ears. They stopped doing that since they started being all inclusive, didn't they? I'm sure if you were to rid us of a problem, then you could. The mayor would reimburse you travel expenses and all that.
Who are you to speak for the village?
Oh, I'm his dad.
You're the village's father.
No, I'm the mayor's dad.
Ah, I see.
Well, I guess no matter how it goes, I think the adventure will be its own reward, yes?
I'm not sure that's true, but okay.
Morgus has walked over to Nero and like tugged on his pant leg and said, money? Maybe we should see his son? Don't know. I don't trust his daft business. But I'm not that smart, so I'm looking to you.
I think that's fine, yes.
Okay, let's go kill some stuff.
Yay!
I mean, name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go rescue some people.
So we
I like that idea.
We flash forward to the cave entrance. It's a reasonably a fairly nice daytime. Maybe you get there around midday. But inside you can see that the tunnel almost blocks out all light except for this faint glow that comes from the ichor in the walls. Ahead, you can see a long passageway, but at the entrance, you have. If any of you were looking, you would have been looking out. There are some guards. Would any of you have been looking out for guards?
Just looking out in general, I'd say.
Radiance is probably too focused on wanting to do this one thing and not thinking about that.
Oh, bless. Yeah, and Alan's probably like just having a general eye out, not looking specifically for guards, but just like taking everything in.
So perhaps narratively, you just sort of like as you get there, you'll hear a reminder from the old man: "Watch out for traps."
Do we have a rogue? No.
We're doomed.
Would a ranger know anything about traps?
Wait, can I change my prepared spells? Find traps. Yeah, no.
Morgus knows a little bit about traps. It's usually when he steps on them. So.
I mean.
I think the ranger would be the best of us.
Yeah, maybe.
Sounds like a good idea.
Best foot forward.
Well, I personally don't see anything going wrong, so yeah, can I do like I probably wouldn't know exactly what to look for with traps, but maybe just like a check to see if I see anything like out of the ordinary, maybe something obvious like a tripwire.
Okay, so give me a perception or survival check.
Okay, well, equally.
Can I assist on that?
How would you assist?
I'd also be kind of with her looking for the traps.
Okay, so we'll do that as two separate rolls then. You can both roll.
Separate rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, beefy.
19.
Okay. So, Endalin?
Yeah.
You spot a patch of covered ground nearby. The leaves have been placed there strategically at the cave entrance mouth. Behind it, you can see two guards standing next to each other. Now, Daff, what you see from your same position where Endalin's looking one way, you look another, you can see up on high, there are two kobolds above the cave entrance with slings. They are sentries.
Yeah,
how, like, have we wandered away from the group, or are we all still together?
You tell me.
Are we just looking? We haven't moved.
I'd say we're just looking, just like probably like a little bit forward, and then just scanning the area. Okay. Like nothing. We're not like stealthing in or anything.
Did the kobolds see us yet?
Not yet.
Does it look like?
I hope not.
Is there? So they're on top of the cave entrance.
Yeah.
So there's two on top, like on higher ground with slings, and then we got two towards the entrance, and then we have what seems to be like a pitfall trap.
Could be.
Seem some interesting looking grounds.
I'd like to turn to Morgus and say, I say we get them. We sneak around the side, sneak up behind them.
Okay, so what you're saying is we go straight at them and we just hit them.
That's not what I'm saying, no. I'm saying we go behind and then we go straight at them and we hit them.
Okay, so from behind, I hit them.
Yes.
And they're okay. Where?
Splendid.
Oh, you are wonderful.
Okay.
In the heads, likely. You want to go for the head.
Okay, head and torso. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Great. So yeah, I'd like to sneak around with Morgus.
Yeah, okay. Let me have some stealth checks from you guys. Anyone else wanting to be acting at the same time?
No, I'm just gonna sit back and just
watch this happen.
Braiding her hair back. All looking a mirror, which is her holy symbol.
I think Abdallah will pop up behind and just check his hair, and then he'll go. Thank you. And yours looks amazing, as always.
Thank you.
And I'll go forward a little bit and maybe just a question. When you cast Hunter's Mark on an enemy, are they aware of it?
I don't think so. I can clarify though.
I can.
Got an 8 on that stealth, by the way. So
Oh,
Goody.
a solid
starting off
8.
well.
The gnome barbarian is
whoopsies,
still
I did
here than
damage on
you.
it
That
anyway.
makes no
My
sense
bad.
at all.
No, it does because I don't roll over 10, so we're gonna see how that goes for us.
Oh, great.
I thought it would come up with the spell description, but no, it just rolled damage for me.
It's fine. I've already looked at the spell. You can cast it without alerting anyone.
Okay, I'd like to do that if they're within range. I'd like to just cast Hunter's Mark on one of the ones with the sling and just have a bow ready.
I don't see-
have an arrow ready.
Don't see why they wouldn't be in range, so you can 100% do that.
Sick. Let me mark that spell slot.
Now, Morgus, as you sneak up, you can hear the two kobolds. Are you looking for the kobolds on the ground floor, or are you looking to sneak up on high?
Knowing my character, I'd go for the ones on the up high because of Nero's discussion with me.
Right. Okay.
I looked over and I saw the camera going.
So as
I'll go up high.
as you are sneaking up on them, you can sort of like hear them. They're having a little discussion, and one of them's like,
Well, I mean, the sales are a little low, but I think we should all be okay. I mean, how about you guys? How are you holding up? Yeah, you know, swings and roundabouts. We're holding up okay, I guess. You seen anyone tonight?
Just to clarify, there's 2 of them, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Now, Nero, were you sneaking on the ones up top or the ones at the bottom?
Up.
So as you will also hear, Morgus, a twig snap on the over in the direction of Nero, and the two kobolds go,
Hey, what was that?
I'm running up.
And at that point, Morgus goes, "It was me!" and smacks both of them on the head.
So
And so...
they are alerted.
After they humanized him, no.
They are alerted. Please roll
so
initiative. Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Do I get a
better.
surprise on that one for the hit? Or...
I would have let you if Nero hadn't given you both away.
Aw.
Okay, that's all right. Cool. No problems.
This is fine.
Oh, I think we've got 2 salty
I'm
characters.
in trouble.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Oh god.
Now,
I rolled.
if the rest of you would like to come to their aid, please also roll initiative, and we'll see what's going to go on your turn.
I have done.
Excellent.
However,
And God's like, oh no, they botched this one a little bit, didn't they?
So let's see, who haven't I got? I can see. I'm currently. Oh, what was yours, Nero?
16. I'm just gonna type it in.
16.
Oh, TK,
Perfect.
no.
So I'm.
can I just type it in? I rolled.
Yeah, just type it in. That's fine.
I gotta use my neuro dice. It's really important.
Nice.
I rolled a 19
Ooh.
So
Dang.
plus 3 decks.
on a 22, you will spot. You will spot up
My
top.
mistake.
Nero and the kobolds, and the kobolds both sort of immediately, like Metal Gear Solid style, boop, look over at Nero, and the little timer comes up in the corner, and it's dun 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 dun.
Get him!
As Morgus sneaks up behind them.
I'm not entirely sure. So how far would I have to move to be able to get up to where they are currently?
I'd
Not the
probably
back.
say if you wanted to get up there, it'd be about 40 to 50 feet. But the ones on
Okay.
the ground are also alerted now, and they are within about 30 to 40 feet.
Then I. Oh, that's from self. Never mind. I'm just gonna straight up change into a panther. So
Just
Let me do that.
casually.
Just gonna go for panther. Just straight up. I've got the stats for it here. Back of PHP. So yes. I'm then gonna like just charge straight up Hang on a minute. What? How long does it take me to wild shape?
To wild shape, I believe it takes
It's
just
been
an action, doesn't it?
I think it's a bonus action. Oh no,
Unless you're a particular
Bonus
circle.
action for
Yeah.
circle moon.
circle of the moon.
Mhm.
Yeah, it depends what circle, but it's going to be at least an
Okay.
action, if not a bonus action.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna. You happy with me taking an action then moving?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna turn into a panther, and then I'm gonna kind of run left, but staying on the ground, but just trying to get into more of a flanking position,
Okay.
I guess.
Going up or
but
staying
kind
on
of-
the ground?
Staying on the ground, but kind of like 15, 20 feet away from one of the kobolds, probably.
Okay. No problem.
Happy days.
So, next is the kobolds. Surprised, they jump and immediately begin running to the back of this little plateau where they're standing, and one of them immediately takes up a small implement from the back of the room, which he blows into a tunnel hole.
Did we not see this coming?
The whistle resounds through the cave mouth, shaking things. You can hear all the way down into the cave.
Splendid.
The second kobold will try and attack Neuro. He
Bring it
will
on.
take his sling, as you are currently at a distance, and he's running backwards, and he will fire at you with an 11.
That is a miss.
He's slightly panicked. He falls backwards and like sort of, ah! The other two kobolds, they can hear what's going on, but they're not going to act yet because they're not entirely sure. They're like, "What?
Wait, why are you sounding the alarm? Is there people?
And next up, it is Morgus's turn. No. Enderlin's turn.
Okay. Has the kobold have I seen like one kobold has attacked? Yeah,
Only one
they
kobold
attacked
has currently
own.
attacked, yeah.
they attacked. Alrighty. And how far away would I be from them?
About 40 to 50 feet from the ones up top, but only 30 to 40 feet from the ones on the ground floor.
Okay. I wouldn't have a reason to think that they'd be. Yeah, so I'd like to step forward so I'm within 30 feet of the one that I've hunters marked.
Okay.
Yeah, like I have no reason to think that they're not going to. Yeah, so, so I'm within 30 feet of the one I've hunters marked. I'd like to use my bonus action to use my planar warrior, which is. So, I choose a creature within 30 feet of me, and next time I hit that creature on this turn, all damage is force damage, and they take an extra D8 of damage.
Nice.
So I'll make an attack at them with my longbow.
Okay. I'm excited.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
that's a
Okay.
solid hit.
Okay, so let's do this. So we got longbow damage, hunter's mark damage, and the force damage.
Oof.
Roll the force damage as well. Yeah, okay. The kobold explodes. The arrow hits him, and for a moment, it's almost as though it goes through him with that planar sort of arrow thing, and he looks confused for a second, and then all the damage hits him at once, and he sort of half turns inside out and half just...
Oh, I feel absolutely awful.
you
I just kind of lower the bow a bit, and I'm just like, that was a bit much. I haven't done that much before.
Yeah, let's just say he doesn't need to roll any death saves. He's...
I look at the other kobolds, and I'm just like...
The other one's just sitting there like...
Where we are,
I'm
can
just
more
like-
see this from here?
If you just let us pass, it doesn't have to be anybody else.
So-
I think Alan's shocked at his own thing as well. He's just like, oh boy, I didn't know I could do that.
Overcooks that one.
Check him out, yeah, but that one's done.
So I believe next then is Morgus.
Just before he starts, if Morgus could see that from where he was, he just wants to give you a nice little clap. And the whoever's first in front of him, first of all, he'd like to rage.
Of course, yeah.
So, and with that action, he'd like to use Katie and Lisa, and he says, "Katie and Lisa, attack!" to whoever's the first one in front of him, like, because he's like narrow-minded. He doesn't care. If the first one's at front, he's just gonna hit both of them. And so, yeah. So the one on the left is the left hand axe, and the one on the right is the right hand axe.
Okay.
Either of those hit.
Oh, okay. I see how you're doing this. Okay, cool. So the 15 and the 13, they both hit.
Brilliant. So it will show up with a combined attack for both of them.
Okay.
Just makes it. Oh no, it doesn't. It showed up as both. Oh well. So.
Okay, so we've got 1d6 plus 3. That's a maximum on your left hand, and a pretty much a minimum on your right hand. Oh no, it doesn't have the it's offhand, so it doesn't have the extra thing. Okay, cool. So the one that you hit for 9 immediately. How do you want to do this? What are you going for here? Are you going for a decapitation, a maiming?
He was told to go for the head. Yeah, he was told to go for the head first, so he went for the head. And then the other one with Lisa, he's just gone straight into the torso, just because, well, that's as far as he could reach after hitting the head. So, and he's like, if it's stuck in the person, he's just hanging off it for dear life until it falls off.
Okay, so like the one that you hit in the head, their head just goes flying off as you knocked it clear from their skull. Not necessarily hacking at it, more just the sheer force of the amount of damage you're doing to these tiny, tiny kobolds. The other one, you haven't finished him. You've buried your axe into his body, and he's like, "Oh God, why?" As you're like hanging off him, he's like bleeding. It's stuck in him.
Oh no.
Looks like we got a new friend.
Okay. Do you want a drink? I know Morgan's just staring at him really weird. And looks at over at Nero and goes, "Was I supposed to kill him?" Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. And Morgus just ends his turn holding onto the hand axe of Lisa in the side of this kobold. Sorry, I can't say the word right. Anyway, whatever. And yeah, that's it. I end my turn.
Thank you very much. And welcome, Raiders, from Miserable G's channel. Welcome, enjoy. We're currently fighting kobolds, or murdering them, slaughtering them, however you want to put it.
Slaughtering them mercilessly.
Yeah. So next up is Nero. Nero's turn.
I feel bad.
I would like to use my free action to stamp the stick that I stepped on into the ground, and then use all 40 feet of movement, hopefully to get up to the second kobold that is not yet finished off.
Yeah, the one that's currently like crying in pain, pulling at the axe.
Yes, I want that. Neuro would very much like that one. Yes.
Calling down below, "Warn my family!"
Yes, and she's gonna take her trident and just bring it right in under the axe. Oh my! Well, it's on the floor, folks.
Floor rolls don't count. That's a rule.
I know.
Floor rolls
I
don't
know.
count.
That's why we're gonna do it on the thing just like everybody else. Boom.
Oh, okay. That's a hit.
Alrighty. In that case.
So
that's not damage.
To do damage, go onto the chat
Mhm.
box, and instead of clicking on, click on Trident in the chat box.
Smart. Alrighty.
It's a nice roll, though.
Thank you. When I roll digitally, I do great.
So with a 4 damage, that is enough to kill the kobold. How would you like to do this? Because this isn't like a total kill. You could kill them mercifully, or gently.
I would very much like to off the edge into the pit trap, if at all possible.
Okay, give me
Hanging on to the side of the thing, by the way.
give me an athletics check.
Don't push me.
Yeah, on a 14, that's fine. Morgus, are you trying to get off the kobold?
Well, Morgus loves Lisa, and he doesn't want to let Lisa go.
Oh, Oh boy.
Well, why don't you roll me
Lisa
for your?
and him have a long-standing relationship.
Why don't you give me a roll for your grip on Lisa? Why don't we have another athletics check from you?
Athletics?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I got
think
a
you have
plus
advantage 'cause
5. So,
you have advantage because you're raging, don't you?
You do.
Oh my.
yes.
You do.
Oh, I
need
didn't think you
anyway.
need it.
Didn't-
So you can keep
yeah,
a
I've got a
firm
plus 5.
grip on Lisa, sort of almost cutting the kobold in two as Neuro pitches him off the edge. The remaining kobold, sort of like staring at his friend who's just exploded, jumps as this small corpse lands on the pile of leaves. They go as it falls down. He's just like, ah! And so, last but absolutely not least, Radiance.
I finished doing my braid.
That's
Are
important.
there any on the ground floor with us still?
Yeah, that's the one freaking out.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna try and rush up to that one and put it out of its misery with a hit to the face with my battle axe.
Okay.
Let's see here. Where's my sheet?
That hits. Oh, on a 4, how would you like to maim them without killing them?
I feel like she went in to try and just get it done real quick, but maybe had a little bit of hesitance there and didn't quite get the hit in far enough to do what she was trying to do.
Okay, so where were you aiming to hit?
Just right across his body.
Across his body. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. So like, how about as you try and do this, he sort of sees the blow coming. He knows he's going to take it, but he tries to dodge, and it just like sinks deep into his thigh bone, maybe getting wedged in the bone, and he's sitting there going,
Ew, sorry.
oh God! He takes out a little whistle.
No.
That's going to help. Please don't.
So we come back round to Daff. The little kobold's like, what do I have to do?
I'm gonna completely ignore the kobold. Actually, I'm just gonna go past him and look into the cave. And I'd like to make a perception check with my sense of smell because I'm a panther. So I get advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
Okay, cool.
May have done a tiny bit of research.
That's...
So I'd like to smell if anything's coming and what it might be.
Okay.
Advantage. The first is a 7. The second a 10. But my I should have had this up.
That's okay.
Finally. So that's 12 overall.
Ooh, a 12. On a 12, you can smell many smells coming from the cave. Most of them putrid in some way or another. These are small, smelly creatures, and the general stenches you are getting are not, shall we say, hygienic.
I'm gonna turn my nose away from the cave.
Try and find that breeze. Yeah, it's a long passageway leading down, basically. Quite a wide cave. It's very much looks like a bone in the light.
Interesting.
Cave itself?
Sorry?
The cave itself is a bone?
The cave itself, it looks like the inside of a bone that's been bored out.
So metal.
That's all I'm gonna do with my turn. So.
Okay, fantastic. There's also a few paintings on the wall. These paintings are they're strange, like smudge paintings made with some sort of brown or red medium. that's been painted on the wall. They are depictions of like canine-like humanoids, and they're performing funny scenes. You can see like some of them are doing slapstick and that sort of thing. They're not particularly funny, but some might consider them humorous.
And Dala finds them hilarious.
Of course.
Are we out of initiative order?
Not currently, no, because
Technically.
we still have our little friend back there, and it's his turn. So he's got
Sure.
he's got 1 HP. He's going.
Sweetie.
He's gonna look up. He's gonna look up at Radiance with the axe buried in his leg, and he's gonna do the big puppy eyes.
No.
Can we keep him as a pet?
I have a son.
He can be
Oh,
our other
no.
puppy.
Uh, uh. Why are you kidnapping people? You have a son.
I'm not kidnapping people. I'm guarding the cave.
Really sorry for these kobolds.
Other people kidnap people. I'm just an accessory.
An accessory to kidnapping.
You really ought to have a better life for you and your son.
Do you look into his eyes?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to be editing anymore. Thank you. No editing. How do I stop editing? Oh no.
Control Alt Delete Delete.
I don't want to do that. That sounds awful. How do I? Okay, no. Right, I might. I may have confused myself. So what I'll do is I'll just copy and paste it into chat for you all, so that you can all see. He looks at you, and I would like you suddenly are sucked into his eyes. They hold you for a moment.
I feel less bad.
You are no longer at the cave, Radiance. Suddenly you are falling through a cloudy sky with lightning crashes and thunder. Around you, a large creature flaps ginormous wings as it laps around you. This creature is maybe 200, 300 feet long. It's difficult to tell. The winds lap at your clothes. It's... What do you do?
I'm gonna grab my hand mirror. That's my holy symbol, and just kind of hold it close and pray.
As you pray, could you make me a Constitution saving throw?
I sure can. Here is my name.
Hoo-hoo! You snap back.
Just barely.
You snap back. You are not frightened. The little kobold's still looking at you. I have a son. Don't kill
That was a
me.
mistake.
What was a mistake?
Just a question. Do the rest of us notice anything at all?
You'll see Radiant suddenly have a faraway look in her eyes for a moment.
But nothing really that we'd be suspicious of, really.
Yeah, no, probably not. Not unless she was
No.
to explain it. However, what he does do as an action, he like draws his dagger and he just like offers it to you.
Oh no! This is the worst timeline.
I'm just staring at him like,
Okay, when you don't take it, he throws it aside. I'm unarmed! He's trying desperately to like pick up bits of stone. Like, maybe I can make them into glasses.
would he have got glasses?
Oh my god.
And next up is Endalin.
Okay, I'm not gonna blow up this one. Have we like I'm fairly close. Would have heard this conversation at least. Like this poor kobold like weeping for life, essentially.
Yeah, you probably would have heard it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll come on over, and I'll be like, well, I think there's been a. I once used the word misunderstanding, but we didn't really try to understand in the first place, did we? I'd like to touch this poor kobold and cast Cure Wounds.
With the hang a minute, with the axe still stuck in his leg.
Oh no, I'll take the. Wait, will he die if I take the axe out?
He'll lose that hit point.
No,
Okay.
will he go unconscious? Oh no, we have a conundrum. I forgot the head axe is still in him.
So okay, you remove the axe and heal it up.
Try and remove the axe. Yeah, remove the axe, heal it up.
Oh, actually, why don't you give us a medicine check for removing the axe from the bone without killing him?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh no!
as you pull the axe out, you hear a crack. He sort of pales and faints.
Just faints?
What you can check?
Do I do another medicine check for that?
Yeah, go on then.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, he's just fainted. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Oh, I cast Cure Wounds.
He doesn't get up. The cure wounds doesn't seem to do anything. The spell fails, and you do not lose a spell slot.
Oh, I don't lose. Okay, sick. But I'm just like, well, you can't say that I didn't try.
Radiance just kind of like shakes the axe off a little bit and goes, yeah, that's true.
I think going forward, we should try to talk a little more. Just throwing it out there.
Agreed.
like
says, I pull
I
out my
would like
battle
to
axe
vote
and
against
said,
it.
Okay, we've got several people talking. Let's start with Neuro, and then we'll try and catch everyone who spoke.
I would vote against the talking. That's all.
And Morgus?
Morgus puts Katie and Lisa away and says, "What about Stacy?" And pulls out his battle axe. She can talk.
And then, Daft, did you want to say something as well? Do you want to chime in?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out as a panther I can't speak. So
Oh no.
Oh.
Let's look at the
No
panther.
talk.
That's a neat little trick.
If I could give the panther some head pats, I would like to do so.
very appreciative.
So where this guy's fallen down, like where is he currently positioned? Is he near that, like near a trap or the side of a hill, or
What's this, sorry?
the guy that's just fainted or passed out from
Died.
trying to be cured? Is he completely dead, or is he like
He dead.
Ask
He
him,
dead.
ask him, darling.
is he dead?
Oh, he dead.
Okay, because like Morgus is over there poking him at the moment just to make sure he's dead. So yeah.
Yes, he is
Okay.
quite beyond my capabilities of healing.
Morgus, would you help me push this one into the pit as well? Let's just go right on.
Just one thing first before we do that. And you see Morgus like rummage over and look down and look at everyone else because he's only just met you all recently. And he takes the left boot and he puts it in his pack. And he goes, "Okay, let's push him in."
Is that for his
Morgus
son?
collects the left boot. It's for my home remedies. Like I put little plants in them at home and like plant trees.
Okay, sure.
It's renewal of life.
Yes. That's very
Very
nice of
like-
you.
very deep.
So, as
That's
you-
very nice, but I also think we should take the other boot for his son.
Yes, maybe he can also make plans.
Yeah, it was.
I only like the left boot, but anyway, okay.
So as you guys push him close to the pit, as you get close to the pit, you can hear from below like many feet moving below in the pit.
I would like to
Radiant.
go into the pit.
He got over. How can we see into the pit? Like, how deep is it?
The pit is about 20 feet deep.
Okay.
At the bottom, you can see some giant centipedes.
Oh
Morgus is thinking
no.
it's gonna be rats.
Are they just in the pit? Like they're not tunneling through or anything? They're just in the pit.
They're just in the pit. You
How
can see there's a
wide?
little like water feeder on the side.
They are pets. Pets. They can't be pets.
I
That's,
say,
that's weird.
go ahead.
As the body falls in, the centipedes immediately swarm it and start clawing and nibbling at it and pulling it apart.
Oh,
Oh, well, they have no love for their owners.
That's-
This is fine.
I guess they weren't very good pet owners.
I mean, they are in a pit.
That's true. Ah. Hey, did anybody else get the sensation of like falling to their death, or you know?
I just kind of turned to look at you like,
It's very specific. Are you okay?
What? I don't. This man, the father Kobold, he looked at me, and you all disappeared, and I felt like I was falling. I wasn't, I guess. It was very strange. I just was wondering if it was a shared experience.
You did kind of zone out for a moment there.
But not
No.
anybody else.
I thought that I was going to fall into the pit.
That's not.
Darling, I
the
don't think that's
That's it.
quite what she's talking about.
Oh. Okay.
Bless you, though.
Well, all right. I guess it's just maybe I drank something weird this morning.
If it happens again, let us know.
Yes, I agree. I will communicate clearly with you.
I would just like to move 5 feet further away from Radiance, just to be sure.
I'd like
What?
to move 5 feet towards her, and I was going to borrow your mirror for a moment.
Oh, yes. Be very careful, though.
Just kind of. Thank you.
It's very good. Very good.
Thank
so does this pit of centipedes cover the entire thing or just a portion of it?
The pit is literally just a covered top. Just go straight
Yeah.
down. It's just one like cylinder that's been bored into the earth, and there's just centipedes at the bottom. No tunnels, no side chambers.
Oh.
Mm.
What are we going to
Morgus is
do?
very deep.
The hole?
Sorry.
I said like the hole. It was a joke. Anyway, shall we proceed?
I would like to motion
no.
to Daff and start moving towards the front of the cave.
Roll it. We're being-
As we
I'm going to be still. I will at least.
I'm getting a bit of feedback from someone.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Increasing in volume. It's stopped now.
I don't
I think it might be you.
back a little bit.
hit me.
Possibly. Hang on a second. While it's doing that, let me just. Hang on. Yeah. I think it is you. I don't know what it is. It sounds like a bit like a loose connection or something, maybe, or something along those lines. Oh, okay. It's hot here.
Yes, it is hot. I'm not sure if I can fix anything like that. Is it still?
Yeah, it is. Just try wiggling your wires a little bit. It should be okay.
Fingers crossed.
Well, Morgus is just going to follow Nero's lead, because he likes the look of the trident, so he's just going to follow the thing that's shiny.
Yeah, Radiance would also push forward and try to kind of remain close to everybody and keep them safe.
As we're going through, can I just do like just a quick survival check just to see if I can get a like how much foot traffic this entrance would get?
Yeah, sure.
Good call.
Okay, on
Not
a
bad.
On a 15, you can see there's the floor of this bone-like structure is almost worn smooth with foot traffic. There's also bits of like rope around that look like they've frayed and come off of perhaps bindings or something of that ilk. Mostly kobold footsteps, but also every now and again you can see a boot or shoe print of a larger creature.
Okay. Like humanoid? All humanoid?
Mostly.
Okay. Alrighty, I'll relay this to the party. I'd be like, I think we should keep our guard up. It seems like a lot of creatures come through this way, so
Oh, good.
I'll have an arrow knocked.
Or for my sake, Morgus, about if I were to rest my arm on his head, is that about the right height?
Morgus isn't sure he feels comfortable with this, but he just lets it go because you got a bigger trident and he's, yeah.
It feels right.
Yeah.
It feels right. I would like to then do so and look into the cave.
Okay, we can do that. You just might feel on top of his head, like underneath his hat, like he's wearing like a little red hat, and there's a slight bald spot. But if you just don't point it out to anyone, okay?
I maintain his masculinity as much as I can.
Thank you. All right, cool. Let's go. Now.
Radiance spends some time thanking Morgus for the flower.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So we're stealthing in?
Stealth.
Oh gosh.
I have to say, this is the most stealthy that Morgus has ever been.
That's
Oh boy.
Guys.
Would he get
Got a
the
total
support
10.
of me?
My
Like,
stealth is
'cause I'm guiding him
disadvantage.
through?
Oh no. Clanky.
Yeah.
So I would say Morgus and Endalin are like, they basically like disappear even from like your guys' views. They suddenly are just like, we must move like right, and they're like they're sneaking and like, you know, even when you know they're there, it's hard to tell they're there. Eric, would you like to describe how Nero is sneaking?
Yeah, I would say Neuro sees others sneaking and isn't quite sure how they do that, so is just gonna walk in like
It's a whistle and a tune.
she thinks she's being stealthy, but she hasn't changed her posture at all.
Fantastic. So the cave seems to be empty. You can see ahead. Can you see ahead? Do you have any torches lit, or do you have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
Morgus has dark vision.
I
Anyone?
do not have dark vision, even as a panther.
Oh,
Oh.
Even as a panther. So, Daff, it quickly becomes dark for you, and you cannot see. However, everyone with dark vision can see that the cave opens into a larger mouth ahead. This looks like it could be a defensible position.
Morgus takes out of his bag a bit of his rope and puts it into his feline friend's mouth and says, "Follow us." And he's like dragging the rope behind him, like tugging it. It's kind of like a tug of war with a cat, but yeah, but just like so you know where to go.
Can I attempt to rip the rope out of his hands with my mouth?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I've only got. That's
Give it a
actually a
tuggle.
non-natural 20, so.
Ooh. Would you like to contest that, Morgus, or do you let the let Daff just pull the rope out your hands?
Morgus will just like drop the rope and then flick it on the nose, and just walk away and go, "Fine, be that way."
I'll then just like shift the shape back into my gnome form, and then I'll cast Flame Hand as a cantrip.
Don't gnomes have dark vision?
Yeah, I think those have dark vision.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
Gnomes.
Yeah, gnomes have
Maybe
dark
not.
vision, but panthers don't apparently.
Feathers
There
don't.
you go. So as you
I don't even
switch-
need to cast it.
Yeah, as you switch back into like gnome vision, like the world that sort of turns back into that grey, illuminescent dark vision where you can see the red spots of heat of your allies nearby. Do you still cast the flame anyway?
No, no
No.
need to.
No need to.
It was only for sight.
Perfect.
Morgus picks up the rope.
So yeah, you can see
Taking
this
up
cavern ahead.
Okay, so
But
let's
it's
go forward
abandoned.
and
There's no.
It certainly
Yeah,
looks
you can-
defensible.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can see any movement at all? Or...
Of course you can.
I'll
Yay.
support you on that. Not very well.
Okay, on a 14, it looks clear. It's definitely clear. There's no way it's... Hang on a minute, what was that? You just see a little bit of movement near one of the rocks. As though someone might be laying an ambush.
You know, I think someone might be laying an ambush.
Oh really?
Very odd thing
I-
to say.
I point out the movement that I saw, and I'm just like, so there's someone over there. Don't know how many are in this room, but definitely someone's over there. Do you want
So,
to try it?
I mean, logically speaking, if they're laying an ambush, they want to do us harm. Are we going to try to do any talking? Should we ask if they have sons, or are we just going to kind of like take care of it?
If
I
you
feel
have
like-
a son, we will not kill you.
So you're perfectly okay with killing people that don't have sons?
No, that's not. I mean, that's not
Very-
exactly what I was trying to say. Like,
That
if
seems
they're
very
here to do
sexist to
harm,
say.
then justice must be doled out. But if I don't know anymore.
Okay, and Morgus asks a
I-
question. But what if they have daughters?
I mean, that's also okay. It's mercy can be given, but they have to be willing to not ambush and slave and kidnap and feed people to centipedes. Maybe,
I feel like
Pulls out
they've
his
done
book,
those
writes down.
things.
Yes, but
They've been doing those things. I say we
okay,
split around the rock.
okay.
I love Nero
Maybe they'll
giving
let-
hand signals.
Neuro's not much of a talker.
Maybe those of us who I'm a little noisier than the rest of you, I feel. So maybe someone who is also noisy should come with me, and that way, I don't know, maybe the stealthy people have a better chance at not.
Are
I
you
mean,
Not bad.
perhaps.
are you specifically looking at Nero when you say that?
Listen,
I will.
I'm
I will
like-
go with you.
Looking at everybody and then glancing and then looking.
Yeah, that's fair. Neuro knows the deal, and she's gonna go over to Radiance, and she knows she's bad.
It's okay.
like,
I'm-
I personally wouldn't mind having a little trying to chat. I mean, we don't know exactly what's happening here. I've seen a lot of strange occurrences in my time, and these people working against their will isn't the strangest I would have heard of.
That's fair.
Should we try and talk?
Talking? No, not me. No.
If
Let's,
if they're willing to
August walks
let
forward.
these people go and not be doing this anymore, I have no problem not killing them.
I
Morgus
can.
walks forward
you-
and he trips
you
on a
talk.
rock, so, to make noise.
Yes, I can go to the front and talk, and if anything bad happens, I trust people to step
We
in.
can turn around and walk away. Yeah, good plan.
If
Lovely,
you-
let's do this.
If you must talk to them, why don't we still split? And while you talk, we sneak around the side. We get ready to hit their heads just in case.
That seems fair.
I like that plan.
I will join you for the talking so that you don't have to be standing alone in case they decide they want to do damage to you.
Much appreciated.
To ask everyone, is there a signal for when I smash?
Screaming in pain. Screaming in pain works.
If we start smashing, you also smash.
Yes.
I wait to smash until you smash, and then I don't kill anyone with boys and girls and puppies.
Well,
No, just sons.
well,
Okay, just
I feel like
alright.
You have to check.
Okay. He takes out his notebook and he writes this down, just so he doesn't forget, because he's got like an attention span of like 10 seconds.
God bless. I love this. Alrighty. Shall we do this then? Did you guys want to try and stealth ahead first, or shall we step ahead and you guys stealth around while they're distracted?
Distraction.
Yes.
Sounds perfect. Alrighty, Radiance.
Need to be a distraction if you
What
want
do we have to lose?
Your heads.
nothing. Well,
Both.
no, we are fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Cool.
We definitely didn't die from the other ones, so we'll be okay.
Yes. Alrighty. So Andalin steps forward, like out of the shadows, has like puts the longbow and stuff away, and has like hands up, like in a aggressive stance. Like, I think we've gotten off on quite the wrong foot. See, we're investigating some kind of kidnapping. However, I have been led to believe that you seem to be quite innocent bystanders in all of this. So perhaps we can just talk this out. And I look like pointedly towards where I saw the movement, and like, I know you're there.
Okay, so are you stepping into the cavern?
Yes.
I'm also stepping in with her.
So as you both step in, you hear a deeper voice from the back of the room just say,
Okay, attack!
Well,
I think
okay.
that's-
Well, that's
And
conclusive.
Morgus runs in.
My ass.
So, first of all, Endalin and Radiant, since you have walked in together, they will get a surprise round on you.
That's wild.
So, Endalin, do any of these hit you?
Oh, jeez Louise, yeah. Two of them do, the 21 and the 24. Or the 20, so.
So, please take 13 points of damage.
13?
Ouch.
Ooh.
Radiance, same question.
For the same rolls?
Nope.
Different rolls.
New rolls, there
Yeah.
you go.
All of the 21s will hit me.
Got these 21s.
I've-
It's fine.
Just realised as well that they've actually got pack tactics, so does the 17 hit you?
17 does not.
17 does not.
I'm
What-
at 8 because I have my shield.
How about the 19 and
Oh.
the 22 for you?
Yeah, they all hit me.
Oh god.
So that's an additional 10 points of damage for you. So you're now at 23, Endelin.
23. Yeah, that's all good. I'm still standing.
Still standing. Perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
on
boy.
single digits, but I'm still standing.
And 11 points of damage for you, Radiance. As we go into initiative.
Ow.
Oh,
I mean, I
no.
don't know what I expected. Oh, thank goodness.
Radiance never rolls initiative or perception rolls that are good.
As long as you're on brand, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's
So,
2 nat 1s in a row.
oh, it's.
this
I
is
wouldn't
so
worry
much.
about that. You know, the dice will look after you eventually.
I would be worried about that.
So it looks like Endalin's going to be first. So Endalin, you can carry on, and then I'll jot other things down.
Oh, I just yell out like, "Oh well, I see how it is now. Okay. I'd like to cast Cure Wounds on myself."
Yep.
Mhm.
Solid tactic.
So 6 self. Whoopsies. And I'd like to back out and like, and, like yeah. I'd like to back out and like back out a bit. So maybe I guess I don't know if Adala would know, but maybe like out of the range of a sling, I suppose. But is do I see any of them?
You'll see like about 8 kobolds and one large one standing at the back with his hands on his hips. You see these 8 kobolds will like jump out from behind rocks, and they all have like slings, like ah!
Alrighty. Also, is my hunter's mark still up? It still lasts an hour, but I also took a lot of hits, so I'd have to make concentration checks.
Don't you cast it on a particular target? Can you move it as a bonus action or something?
I can move it as a bonus action. Yes.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
You'll let me do that? Oh, awesome. I'll move my hunter's mark onto the big one.
Perfect.
And moved like what I judge to be out of the range of a sling, but I don't know if Anala would know that. So just move back a bit behind Radiance, behind the armored one.
Perfect.
That's fair.
Okay. So next up, it will be
Draw my longbow. Sorry.
Oh, do you have an action left?
No action, but just like have my longbow ready.
Fair enough. Perfect. So next up, it's me. The kobolds attack in force. Morgus, are you in the room? Are you visible?
Yeah, as soon as I heard attack, I thought that was a signal, so you just ran right in.
Does a 16 or a 19 hit you?
A 16 and a 19 hits me.
Uh,
Am I still raged at this point?
I think it would have been too long. You had a very long conversation in the corridor, so please take eight points. Please take 8 points of damage. And we will also let's see, Radiance. I feel like you're still in the room, so we'll throw another one at you. How's a 19?
That'll hit.
So it'll be another 4 bludgeoning damage for you. Is anyone else still in the room visible? Nero, you weren't sneaking particularly. Were you in the room, or are you yet to get there?
I was waiting for them to distract, so I'm going to be waiting by that bottleneck.
Perfect. Okay. In that case, I've got 4 more shots left and only 2 targets, I think.
Oh no.
So,
Oh no.
Oh,
Morgus,
well, it was nice knowing all of you. Oh, jeez Louise.
24 and a 21.
Whoa.
Neuro will remember you fondly.
Have you re-raged?
Not yet. That'll be another 11 points of damage.
Well, it was nice playing with all of you. Okay.
Well, short session. Sure.
Let's see. How many have I
Fine.
done? 1, 2,
It's
3,
fine.
4, 5, 6. So 2 more. I think these are heading your way, Radiance. The 13's going to
Oh
miss,
my
but the
God.
24 will hit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's another 5 points of damage.
Woo.
Goodness gracious. Those are a lot of nat 20s.
I have uncanny roll 20 luck. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
If Radiance dies in this game, she can't die in my campaign, right? That's how this works?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Unfortunately.
some DMs make you tear up the character sheet. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair.
I saw that on RPGN this weekend. I was like sitting like, oh god, that's so harsh. So
Brutal.
Neuro, it is your turn. You see your friends getting battered with many slings, but no arrows yet.
This is a bad way to die.
I would like to stick my head from behind the bottleneck and use a free action to tell them to get out of there. And then I would like to make some kind of obscene gesture with my face to distract the kobolds so that they can run. But I want to really keep that 3/4 cover if I can.
Right, you want to keep 3/4 cover, but also try and gain fret.
Yeah, we're trying to get some aggro if they don't make it out in time.
Maybe you could give me some sort of intimidation roll. Maybe you could make me
I would
let them
love
think
to do
that you're dangerous.
Oh, this is going to be a nice +0. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
That was a 1.
That was a
That's
nat
a
one.
one.
On a nat one,
My face stays entirely the same.
yeah, I would say you almost don't even lift yourself out from the rock. You're more concerned with keeping cover than
Great.
intimidating. So unfortunately,
great.
Oh no.
not a lot happens. Would you like to do anything else?
So if that was my action, would it be possible to use a key point to hold flurry of blows if an enemy comes through the door before my next turn? Much?
I don't see why not.
Splendid. I shall use that key point then. And hold flurry of blows until someone is in range.
Perfect. So then, next in our turn order, we have Daff.
Boom. Are they within 60 feet if I go up to the bottleneck?
Yes, the cavern
Yes.
is exactly 60 feet across.
Amazing. I will cast Flaming Sphere right where the big bad is, but next to him, because
Okay.
it's within the 5 feet. So it's like if it's the next to it, they have to make a dex save. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my action, and then I'll probably. Well, I can move it around, but I'm just gonna kind of sneak a little bit at the back, so I'm kind of out of shot.
Does an 18 beat your
Yes, it's a 12. It's a save DC 12.
Now, does that avoid or just take half damage or
A half damage of 2d6.
roll that damage?
Will do. That's a 6 and a 4, so 10.
Cool. So it takes 5 damage.
Nice.
And as you do this, it sort of stops standing so open. It dives away from the sphere, taking this burning damage, and rolls behind a rock.
Well, at least I can move him.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I'm done. Well, I'm just specifying that I'm kind of not quite in the bottleneck. I've snuck back round the corner.
Okay, just sort of like using the rest of your movement
Want
to
to be
just
shot.
stand aside.
I have a very low AC.
No delusions of trying to save your friends here. Radiance, how are you faring?
Not great. Okay, so okay, so the first thing I would like to do is kind of just like rub my temples a little bit and lay on hands on myself.
Okay.
It's like,
I
oh, God.
would give myself an extra 10 hit points. And would I be able to move backwards as I have been told to move? But would I be able to move it at half movement and kind of take Endalin with me behind me, like with my shield out to kind of try to keep us both safe?
Yeah, I reckon we could do that. And darling, you're not down, are you?
No.
Okay. So I reckon if Endalin's running as well, you guys could work together and use your full movement speed. Like if you were trying to carry her or something, I reckon a half movement speed would be incurred. But she's quite able to walk, so I think together you could work that out. If you're both leaving, is that okay with you, Endalin?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Gucci.
So maybe using the dodge action or something like that?
I already used my action for my lay on hands.
Of course you did. Okay. Okay, perfect. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it. I don't think I have any relevant bonus actions, so.
Okay, so you can get out into the cavern, the pair of you. So you're not out of the cavern. Sorry, so you're not in the direct line of fire. Morgus, you are still in the cavern. I believe you are now the only one.
Do I play my character or do I save my character?
Remember,
Really
even brave and stupid characters won't do things just for the sake of it. Like, deep down, they've all got a survival instinct.
Yeah, they do. He's at the point where he got hit. Katie and Lisa's been put into his little like holsters. And how far, like if I'm just inside the cavern where they can reach me, like how far is it to get out? Is it more than 30 feet or?
No, I'd say it's about 30 feet to get out.
30 feet to get out, so that's one. So I'm 25.
I mean, you only used one move to get in, so you can't be that far in. Maybe you're only 15, 20 feet
Okay,
in
cool.
there.
So, all right, cool. Well, he doesn't want to just run like a little chicken. He likes to eat chicken, so he's just pulled out like his gnome-sized javelin that he's got left in his pack at the moment. Oh shoot, I can't use Caitlin. She's here we go. So his javelin that he's got left, it's only a little tiny gnome version.
Yeah.
He calls her Wednesday because everyone likes a Wednesday. So, and he just throws it at the first person and just then guns it out of there.
Yeah,
So he doesn't even look at it. He just lets it go.
Okay, so you don't even look. Okay, that's fine.
No.
Okay, so well, that brings us back to the top of the round. And Darlin, you have control. You're all now
Okay.
outside in the tunnel.
Okay, are there any kobolds in my line of sight, and how far away would they be?
I think you could move so that they're in your line of sight, and then move back out of the way again. And the cavern is 60 feet across, so that's the maximum range.
Okay, because I'd like to like move a little bit just to take a pot shot at one, and then move back if that's possible.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah, can I do that? Use my bonus action to move my Hunter Smart to whichever one I see, unless it's the big one, but I think they're hid.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep, and I'll take a pot shot at whoever I see, and then I'll move back with the radiance.
Okay.
So. Ooh.
Oh, boom. Yep, you get that shot off.
Alrighty. And Hunter Smart damage.
Oh. Once again, you see the arrow fly towards a small kobold. One of the ones that sort of like looks up, his little lizard face, like, I think we got him!
As I'm going back to Ray, he's like, I didn't want to do this. I tried to speak to you. Okay, you have only yourselves to blame.
It really is their fault.
I'm going to keep telling myself that, just so I feel a little better. Alrighty, I think that's my turn.
Now, do any of you speak Draconic?
I do. August.
No. I have a bunch of languages, but that is not one of them.
Okay, so Morgus, you and only you will hear and understand.
Now you guys move up closer to the cave entrance. I'm gonna go through the secret passage.
And Morgus yells out in Draconic, I can hear you.
God! Switch to Orcish! Switch to Orcish! I don't understand Orcish. Ah, there's always one.
That's what you hear. That's your clue.
And he
and-
relayed that to the team as well.
So team, there's a few stones that hit the walls, since none of you are currently in a position where you can be hit. Actually, Nero, aren't you taking cover by the entrance?
That was the idea, yes.
So cover would give disadvantage on attack, but with pack tactics, they'd also have advantage. So that'll level out nicely. We can throw a couple of slings at you.
Bring it on.
Ooh.
Oh,
Does the
where were
14
those rolls
hit?
earlier?
Exactly one of those hits. 14 is my AC.
Please take 5 bludgeoning damage as one of the stones doesn't even like fly directly at you. It's actually a shot that goes really wide. It like hits the ceiling and then falls on your head.
You got it.
And that is all that happens this turn for the kobolds. So next up, Nero.
Yes, so since nobody came by, are my allies ready as well to fight them if they come through? Yes?
This is ready from behind a rock.
Ball of fire in the room.
Fireball.
Splendid. So I'd like to move a little bit further just so I can hit them when they come in, but not be a target yet again. And I would like to hold my action until they come through. I'm going to hold a trident and attack until somebody is within range.
Morgus, you relayed the information about the secret passage, right?
I did.
Yeah, I don't have I can't. If I can have a free perception check, I would gladly take it to see the other area. But otherwise, I think I want to take some of these suckers out.
Okay. Perfect. So next up then would be Daff.
It is indeed. I'm gonna use. How bad are you three? How much damage have you taken? How desperately do you need
Benny.
to bring?
I should be okay for a while. I'm on 11 out of 28.
Okay.
I'm on 11 out of 32.
Okay.
How does that look, you guys? How do you look?
How does it look on a scale of 1 to 32?
For Morgus, it's pretty bad considering the amount of times that he tries to save people before his own health, really. So
Okay.
if the others hadn't left,
Radiance
he would have stayed.
is bleeding pretty heavily, but now some of the wounds have kind of like stitched themselves up a little bit, so there's a lot more blood than there are actual wounds.
You're dealing
Yeah, Indalin's is similar, but a lot of it's like bruising mostly. Like there's like, I think Indalin's like a bit of a black eye. Yeah, it has like a bit of a black eye. It's swollen off to one side, and there's like, there was a wound on the head that had like dripped blood down the side, but that's like mostly kind of healed up a bit. Still there, but it's definitely not as bad as the blood in the area would like suggest. But yeah,
yeah. I'm
it
gonna
doesn't look attractive anymore.
get the mirror.
Get the mirror.
I'm gonna toddle over to my gnomish friend and cast Cure Wounds on him, just at first level. So that's 8 total. So 6 plus 2, 8 hit points. And then, as my bonus action, I'm gonna throw my flaming sphere that still exists back into the big guy again, and so he's gonna have to make that save again.
Well, as you throw the sphere behind the rock, you don't hear any sounds of movement or pain.
Ow!
Oh no!
It would appear he has moved.
He has disappeared. That would
Oh
make
no!
sense. Well, it can sit there.
Perfect.
Done.
If you are finished, it'll be Radiance's turn.
Radiance is also gonna join. Well, actually, Radiance wants to look and see if she can see the passageway that they're gonna come out.
Yeah, of course. Give me a check.
Me and my famously terrible perception checks.
On a 10, you just can't make it out. It must be here somewhere, but in all the pictures and the bone, you can't see where there'd be a gap.
Yeah, she just kind of like gives up and just stands back where she was at the ready, kind of trying to keep her shield in front of herself and as many people as she can kind of get next to in this space.
Okay. And Morgus?
So Morgus is feeling suddenly a little bit better. He didn't really need the mud to hold the blood in anymore. Like, it just like he feels really good. And he's ready to protect his friends again, and he's not feeling like he's about to cry. So he's a bit emotional. So he's going to go back towards the cave entrance and the location of where he just came out of, and wait to see if anyone comes through. And upon sight, he will destroy one of them.
Okay.
Katie and Lisa.
So you're going to run into the cavern and
he's just
attack
going to wait.
Oh, you're going to wait?
No, he's going to wait by the entrance
Uh-huh.
and do something smart for once and wait for them to come to him. And as soon as he sees one, yeah, they're done.
Okay. So it seems like a quick round as we get back to the top of Indalin again.
Okay. Could I do a check to see if I can see a secret entrance?
Of course you can.
Alrighty, just perception or?
Sorry, he also raged.
Yeah, perception.
Yay! I know exactly where it is.
Nice.
Yeah, you look around the cave and it's so obvious. It's in the ceiling. There's a hole right there. Like, dude, the problem is we just weren't looking up. We were just looking around. It's right there.
Alrighty, I tap Radiance on the shoulder and point up. And I'd like to aim my bow up. And would that be my whole action?
You could hold that action if you like. You could hold that action so if someone comes through, you could fire.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just hold the action. Alright, and I pointed out to everyone, kind of like give a little whistle and point up.
Excellent. Well, it is now my turn, and 3 kobolds jump through the hole. Like, ah! You may fire.
Pull!
Yeah, you can fire, 100%.
Okay. It's... Oh, 11.
11 does not hit.
Dang, that's all good.
I'm afraid.
So,
So the
That's
free.
A-okay.
is this out of the hole that I'm waiting at with Morgus?
Well, is it the secret passage hole?
It's a hole in the ceiling.
No, it's not.
Okay. So the free kobolds, they jump down. They're going to attack the nearest people. Who is standing in the middle of the hallway?
I mean,
I'm like right underneath.
yeah, it's probably us.
Okay.
We're together.
So they're going to jump down and attack the two of you then. So they'll attack probably... who do you think looks the most intimidating of the two of you?
Probably me. I'm pretty buff.
And Alan's pretty skinny.
Excellent. So all three of them immediately run up to Indalin.
Excellent. I love this.
I'm gonna use if they're attacking with melee. I want to use my reaction to impose disadvantage on one of their hits.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. We'll use that on the first one. So he only hits with a 10.
With a 10? Okay, so that doesn't hit. My armor class is 15, so the other ones hit.
And the rest, they'll be using their pack tactics.
Okay.
So that'll be 7 points of damage as they run up with little daggers like...
I'm still up!
Oh no!
So Nero and Morgus, you're still sitting over by the side, yeah? We'll give some disadvantage slingshots. Oh, the 20. Does the 20 hit you, Morgus?
It does with half damage.
Excellent. And does the 17 hit you, Nero?
It does. We don't have any kind of cover bonus to that.
It's disadvantage, negating their pack tactics.
Yep, no, that's still hitting.
So that's only a 4. Ignore the 1. And now it's your guys' go. It goes over to Nero.
Splendid. Get me to the nearest one. I'm putting my trident in it. We are not talking anymore.
By all means.
All right.
Oh, no!
My goodness. Well,
that's its own brand of
that's-
impressive.
That's about standard. My players know that this is how I roll. So this is glad that I'm on brand. I would like to use my bonus action to make an unarmed strike as well.
Okay, yep.
Hey, that's a little better.
There we go.
What if that was another natural one? Oh my goodness.
Oh boy. So this- there we go.
Hey, good punch.
Now we're talking.
Okay, so that is enough to... are you doing this non-lethal, lethal?
Oh, no, I'm putting my foot through its face.
Okay. It just flies across the room, hits the side of the wall. It's down. You can use that key point you spent earlier to do flurry of bows if you like.
I would very much like to do that. You read my mind, sir.
That will hit another kobold.
How wonderful.
Nice.
Oh,
Oops.
I forgot. There we go.
Oh, and yeah,
Oh, nice.
That's great.
2
And I think-
kobolds down as the monk springs into action.
Fury of Blows gives me 2 unarmed attacks. So if I could actually use that roll, I would take it.
I think flurry. Oh yeah, no, hang on a minute. Yeah, because you did it as a delayed bonus. Yeah, okay, go for it. Go ahead and attack.
Great.
Yep.
So I'll put those 2 elbows in their faces as well.
So all 3 kobolds are suddenly destroyed by this whirling dervish monk who appears amidst them. Which
Is there any still in range of myself at all, Scrat, as well?
unfortunately your greedy monk has wiped them all out.
Sorry, not
Oh
sorry.
no.
There's still some in the main cavern. I mean,
All right. I don't want to take anyone's turn, so I'll wait. It's all good.
Daff, it's your turn. Are you muted?
I muted myself. I was in another planet. Anyway, so how far away are these 3 kobolds? Well, 1 kobold that's dropped from the ceiling.
Unfortunately, Nero killed all 3.
They've. Oh.
Hey.
Legend.
Um,
The hero we deserve.
So there's no current kobolds visible. I will move my sphere 30 feet closer towards us, just so it's more functional.
Okay.
I'll
As you do
water
that, as
staff
it
roll.
moves through the air, you hear you hear from the room like "Ah!" as one of them tries to dodge out of the way. It does not.
5 points of damage.
So yeah, you can sort of hear like, "Oh, God, it burns! Oh!"
Take it down, then. And then I'll just be ready with my quarterstaff, just kind of like waiting for more kobolds to drop from the ceiling.
Okay. Radiance.
I'm just gonna start pushing my way down the cavern now because I just kind of look and they're all like dead in front of me, and I go, "Hey, thanks for that," and I start moving my way forward.
Okay. As you round the corner, you can see 2 kobolds herring down a passageway at the other end of the cavern.
Can I just try to toss one of my javelins and see if it hits one?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't anticipate this going well, but we'll see.
Well, unfortunately, the 11 doesn't quite hit. It lands almost between a kobold's legs. It's like, "Whoa!" and carries on. Back.
Well, okay. They're running away, you guys. We should. Okay.
There are several tunnels in this cave. You could almost see it as like a passageway that leads to many passageways. It's a room of doors almost, except all the doors are tunnels. This is almost the crook in the elbow where the wing would fan out, and you have all the different bones.
That's cool.
That's super cool.
This is so metal. I love this.
You guys want to just follow these ones, or?
Well, I'm guessing that they're going to be warning anyone else in here, and I feel like we might have quite the brigade on our tail if we don't do something.
That's
because
fair.
Nero killed all those guys and Morgus
You're
couldn't take his
welcome.
action, he's just gonna go and like do a bit of a growl,
Ooh.
and with that he's gonna yell out in Draconic, "Look out! They got a dragon!" and like at the top of his lungs. And so hopefully they all hear it in Draconic for the ones that didn't hear me earlier.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
And does 16 help for any intimidation? So, but anyway, we'll just see if that works later on. Morgus may think that he's a dragonborn.
I would like to look at everyone and say I would very much like to not talk to the next group that we have to fight.
Yes, I agree. Lesson learned, never listen to me. Okay, let's go.
What if we had sons? I mean, they really didn't think that through, so I guess.
That's very fair.
Do you have a son?
I don't.
No.
I could.
I love this image of the adventurers. Have any of us stopped to have a family? No.
I don't think I have a son.
You don't think?
There are
Indalin's
ways-
actually male. Indalin's a dude, so he's just very feminine.
With
Fair
great hair.
I didn't forget to mention it prior, but like I'm just like, you know what, I'll swing with it.
That's absolutely cool. So, would you guys like to head down a tunnel? Would you like to split up and head down many tunnels? Do you
Never
wanna go-
split the party.
Go down one
The
tunnel?
party.
No.
I mean, you've got a lot of options. That's all I'm saying.
How many?
Yells.
I will say that I am not doing very well. I am on on a scale of 1 to 28, I am about a 4.
Oh damn.
Short rest. Short rest.
Take a short rest.
Hey. The
Do
short
a
rest.
short rest.
Should we wait
Oh,
in this heavily defensible area?
Yeah, should we go like back out and rest?
You said defensible area.
Oh, should we?
Just real quick, we've established there are There's one way out and 2 hallways, 1 secret up top, nothing else.
Well, in the cavern, you've got a lot of like tunnels branching off.
A lot of them.
Let's say 5.
I feel like short resting outside is safer.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll think we've left.
They're highly defensible from the outside, but maybe not so much the inside. Okay, so you guys can take a short rest.
Yeah.
Is anyone keeping watch and not taking a rest, or?
No, I'll be taking a rest.
Okay.
Okay.
What is
I
my
need
current?
Morgus will watch out for the party. So
Okay. Yeah. You can, as you sit and watch, no one comes this way. There's no sound from the cavern. Everything's fine.
cool.
So you may each roll a hit dice to regain some health.
I
Can we
can also
expend as
gain.
many hit dice, or
Sorry.
expend as many hit dice as we need, or as many as we have?
I would say you're only taking like a 10-15 minute rest at the minute, so just
Okay.
one hit dice. If you want to rest
One
for
hit
longer,
dice?
we can. But I'm going on like a quarter of an hour's one hit dice, an hour's 2.
Oh, that works. Yeah.
During a short rest, I can gain up to 2 levels of spells back if I can.
Yeah, I'll give you 1 because you're using a very short rest.
Cool.
Get your wild shapes back though.
So long as you,
Yes.
as long as that's fair. Yeah, you do. Okay, so yeah, okay, you're now feeling a bit more rested, perhaps a little healthier. You've got a lot of tunnels, a lot of choices. Where do you want to go?
I wanted to turn to Radiance and commend her for her being so difficult to hit and attempt to push her towards the front of the party as we move forward.
That's totally fine with me, man. I'll keep you guys safe. And I put my shield out and I go, all right.
I'll stand with Radiance. And be like, well, this seemed to work last time. I mean, I didn't die, so.
I mean, that's fair. I will do my best to keep you safe.
I'll step in behind if we're doing a marching order.
Yeah, I'll probably take the rear. Not the best person, but I'll do it.
Morgus can go at the back. It's okay.
Okay, Morgan's got my back.
So which tunnel do you choose?
I think we gotta follow the wing, right?
I mean, it's like an unfurled wing, so you've got many bone-shaped tunnels. So you get to choose 1 to 5. Which one would you like?
Do
I
we
haven't
want
been doing too well on decisions, so I'll stay out of this.
Do you want to follow the kobolds or pick a different one? I guess, since that's the only distinction I have between some of these tunnels.
Actually, could I do a survival check just to see if I could see which one would have like the most foot traffic through it?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, bless. I don't know a damn thing, my guy.
Nope. Not a thing.
Well, I'm going to stay out of this one. I haven't been very good with decision making so far.
Why don't there's a big man missing. I say we be thorough. We start with the closest and we make sure we go systematically so that we are not ambushed again.
That seems like a smart idea.
Sounds fair to me.
Okay.
Morgus has walked up to the first tunnel and he's like stuck his ear out.
From a long,
that's good.
long
Yeah.
way away, you'll hear like a ping, 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 ping.
Okay, guys. So there's a really bad clock down there.
Mm,
It's like
I hate
tick-tock,
clocks.
tick-tock. It
It'll
means it's
probably
so-
be right twice a day.
and there might be a cuckoo in it, so we might just want to go smash that clock. But it's up to you. Do you want to go listen to the other one? Let's go listen to the other one. Morgus
Okay.
hears nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Down the first one we go then
That-
to kill the clock.
Okay, let's go to the first one.
I'll press onwards towards the cuckoo.
But first, we have to check if the clock has a sun.
That's fair.
So
Clock. I heard crocodile.
as you make your way down this tunnel, it is long and thin. The bone gets really thin in some places, and there's like sections of bone that cross hatch through the tunnel, as though this bone's been hollow. Is like a bird wing. It's got like struts inside to keep bone density low, so it's light. So you have to maneuver around them a little bit. But as you get deeper, you find you come across a little bit of a scene. There's a lot of small kobolds in here, a goblin, a couple of humans, all of whom have glowing green eyes and small picks as they pick and shovel at the bone marrow.
I kind of like stop and like put my hand out to everybody, and I just look back and make a motion with my hand like, this looks weird.
Like this.
DM, could I get some information on what they're doing, since as in the fire plane I worked similar labor against my will for family?
They are harvesting large amounts of this bone marrow, collecting it in barrels, collecting it in wagons, and moving it around the cavern.
Is it particularly loud, and are they distracted by their work?
They don't seem to see you at all. They carry on working away, even if you walk quite close to them. They don't seem to make any reaction. Their eyes glow green, and they sort of walk around in a stupor.
Thank you.
This is vaguely upsetting.
Don't like this at all.
You see a kobold small child boy walk past, eyes glowing green.
This
Oh god, is
even
that the
more
sun?
upsetting. Oh no, is that the
Find his
sun?
father.
Oh no.
Similarly, you can see several what looks like kobold family members in here. Green eyes, dazed look.
Is everyone working against their will, or just the humans?
They all have green eyes.
I see.
Right. What happens if I like go and poke one of them?
It just sort of hesitates for a moment, looks confused, and then carries on.
Found a rock right behind, just in case.
This is strange. Can I just to check if I could, I wouldn't have seen anything like this before or whatnot, but I've seen a lot of weird stuff, I'd say. This is a very strange one, and I don't know if it'll do anything. It's probably... I have an ability called Detect Portal. As an action, I can detect the distance and direction of the closest planar portal within a mile of you. Can I use that and just to see if there's another plane influence around this?
Yeah, there's not a portal here, but there is almost certainly another plane acting on this plane.
Okay.
Almost as though it's like a veil between the two rather than a portal as such.
Alrighty. I'll convey that and be like, okay, so it seems like we have two kind of different worlds merging where they shouldn't. I can't tell you the exact effects, but I think this definitely has something to do with it.
What?
Is there a way to
Bad things
disrupt
that happen.
influence?
I can honestly say that in my years of experience, I haven't seen something like this before. I mean, I've seen a lot of weird things, but I assume that there would be some way to stop it. But
a tiny kobold walks towards you. This is almost certainly a kobold toddler, sort of wandering up with big eyes, and it's holding a little lump of this sort of red marrow style soft stuff, and it's sort of holding it out to you, and it looks towards you. Do you meet its gaze?
Yes.
I wouldn't have a reason not to. Yeah.
I would like to not, but if he's holding the marrow out, I would like to taste some.
Just out of his hand.
I would definitely probably be looking straight at this kobold child.
Yeah, I'd probably look at like the marrow and then up at the eyes to be like, what?
Radiance isn't like purposefully trying to make eye contact, but she's very like concerned about this child.
So once again, all of you who meet its gaze, you are suddenly in this storm blowing around you. Lightning and thunder crashes around as this giant creature swoops around. Could you all please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Constitution.
15.
Oh no.
Oh. So Radiance, you are feared. There's a giant creature coming for you, and you almost, where the rest of you sort of like shake it off and you come back to the room, you feel, Radiance, as though you've hit the ground from a great fall, and this creature it's after you. It's after you now.
Do we notice like Radiance looking like this at all?
Possibly Radiance.
Yeah, I actually like I fall prone and then try to like scramble my way to run back out of the cavern.
Morgus throws the left boot at her head.
And Dala like tries to like stop us, like, wait, whoa, it's okay, it's okay. Oh,
And
We have to go. We should leave. We should leave.
no, it's okay. It wasn't real. It was just a vision.
No, it's coming.
And also, like, there was, like, did you see what I saw?
Is this what you saw before, Radiance?
There's a creature. It's. I've never seen anything like that before.
Describe it.
Larger than belief would allow you to envision it. The wings, I don't know. It's just it looked like that.
Kind of nods in agreement.
Can I, while gnawing on the marrow, can I contemplate what they are describing to me?
Would you like to investigate the marrow before you gnaw on it?
I feel pretty confident in just putting it right into my mouth.
Investigate by gnawing.
Perfect. Could you please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Absolutely, I can.
Oh boy. Oh god, that's a good one.
For a
Nice.
moment, your body goes stiff,
Oh,
and then
boy.
you sort of work it loose again.
Okay.
This substance, it's quite nice. It's quite tasty. You want more?
Or do I?
Oh god.
I'll take a little bit, put it in my pocket. Maybe 2 handfuls.
Okay.
I think Adele's looking at Nura like just a vague disgust of like,
I would also like to see if I
Not even
recognize
got
what
to
they're
cook it.
describing. The death creature.
Giant.
How would you like to roll that?
Well, there's quite a few large things on the fire plane, and if it was one of those things, I would like to cross-check it with some of the things I might have seen.
Maybe a
If at all possible.
history check, maybe?
Let's find out.
could I do something similar but maybe with Feywildy? If I saw it, seen anything like this from the Feywild at all, because that's like mainly the plane that I've been around to.
Yeah, sure. You can check that out as well. Neuro? Nope. Sounds
Looking
big.
at the marrow.
Ooh,
Hmm.
spicy.
Do you know what? And darling, you're not sure if it's the Feywild, you're not sure if it's legends or a book you read once or what, but you know what? This is screaming Leviathan to you.
I just kind of like sit there for a while, like wrap my brains. I'm just like, okay, so it's not this. Oh, okay. No, I know what this is. This is a love. I recall the name. It's called a Leviathan, I believe. I can't recall if it was just from a story or a book I read or just a folk tale or something, but this absolutely screams the word Leviathan. Does that ring a
Well,
bell for any of you?
not for me.
Okay.
Um,
Well, putting a name to things often helps with tackling them, so this is a start.
The little
You know how
creature,
to stop it.
the little kobold says,
The master wants to offer you a deal.
I would
Just
like
kind
to
of
get
look
my-
at it. It's like, oh my god, is this a gremlin? It's just like looking at it like, oh god.
I'm getting my trident out.
It's like, what kind of deal?
We would like to offer you a cut of the profit.
What profits are we talking about? And from what?
The master would like to offer you a deal.
Where can we find this master?
Profit.
We'd like to offer you a cut of the profits.
he points to a cavern.
This thing has
Inside
fewer
joke.
words than Morgus.
Well, this is a terrible idea. Shall we do it?
I didn't come for profit, but if the master is back there,
Well, I'm assuming that the master is the one doing all of this. So
So-
either way, the end goal is the same.
The master would like to offer you a deal.
I just kind of pat on
Okay.
his like, yes,
Comes
yes,
down
sweetheart,
from
we heard you the
Marrow.
first time.
It offers the marrow to you.
Recording's broken.
What, to me or just all of us in general? Or
To you, when you pat it, it offers you the marrow.
oh, I just kind of hesitantly take it. Thank you. Just kind of put it in my pack and just.
He
Pat,
wants you
pat.
to have a cut of the profits.
I would like to look at Morgus and kind of motion like
It's a tiny, tiny little kobold. Tiny.
I would like to stand by what I suggested.
Radiant
Morgus,
like
Morgus
puts her shield
just used the
next
back
to
of the hand axe on its head and knocks it out.
Oh my god.
Is
Back
there
of the
anyone
hand
who
axe.
can
not the
intervene with
sharp
that?
side, but
Do you want to show me some non-lethal damage on that? Because if you double its life, it's still, you know.
Oh god.
So, like,
I like to think this is
damage.
happening while Andalan's putting the marrow
No,
in
it's
the
at a
bag.
disadvantage, is that right?
Oh no.
Sorry?
That works? So I rolled it as an advantage, and whichever one's lower, is that right? Or I don't.
So you've already rolled a 21. Oh yeah. So we'll call that 8 bludgeoning damage, but unfortunately 8 bludgeoning damage is enough to cave its skull.
The master.
Sure.
Morgus, what the heck?
Why?
He told me to what?
Nero, what the heck?
What?
He told you no such thing. She asked a question.
Oh,
Is it?
okay.
But
This has
oh,
happened before to Morgus.
Radiance has to sit down for a minute.
I think Andalan sits with her.
An old kobold starts walking. An old kobold walks across the room towards you. His eyes green, his face vacant.
The master would like to offer you a deal.
I think we should probably go before he kills
Let's
any.
go. Let's go.
Yeah,
No, you put that away.
Are you rolling damage on that?
No. Oh my
No,
God.
can I not like
It's-
stop him or something?
Yes. How would you like to stop him? How would you like to stop him?
I'd like to try and grab his hand as he swings with the hand.
I'm sitting with Radiance. I can't do anything.
I feel like that's an athletics check. Is that?
I'll do that. Let's go.
Yeah, so I do
That's a
athletics. as well.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have a composed opposed effect. So we've got a 13 versus.
Good luck.
Oh.
12.
Oh, you just catch his
Oh,
hand.
mate.
The axe haft is millimeters from this old kobold's head. He just turns towards the blade and says,
I'd like to offer you a cut of the profits.
I ignore the kobold, look directly into his eyes, and I'm just like, no.
Okay.
It has some of
Leaks it back in his pocket.
it has some of the marrow, and it offers it out to you on old bony hands.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
I'll take it out of gratitude, but
Master would like to offer you a deal.
I just kind of look around at the group. I'm not entirely sure.
DM,
I-
how many are in this room?
Well, there are quite a few, certainly more than 20, but none of them look like warriors like in the previous room.
Is there anything other than just the people in the Marrow? Anything useful?
Carts, mining equipment, shovels.
Yeah, I want to look at Daff and I want to say, yeah, I feel like we just move on.
Yeah.
This is a one note record. We move on.
We move on.
Several
Morgan
more.
says panel number 2.
Oh, several. Oh god, more of them.
Like 3 or 4 more kobolds walk towards you, and in like a chorused voice, they all say,
The master would like to offer you a deal.
Okay, a deal. Okay,
Okay,
let's
Morgus
go.
looks at them.
Oh,
Let's go.
Great, yeah, Radiance
to
pushes
offer
back to the
I
cavern they
look
were
at
pointing.
August. I'm like, no.
No, I'm not gonna hit them. I'm not gonna hit
Cut
them.
to the
Morgus looks at them
prophets.
and goes,
The master
I'd like
would
to-
offer you a deal.
I would like to hold them back with a stick and be the last one out while everybody else leaves and
So-
just exit.
"Yeah, sure." So Morgus, but when you
well,
speak to
everyone's trying to leave.
when you speak to the kobold, it offers you some of the marrow.
Morgus looks over to his right and he sees the left boot, and he puts the left boot on top of the marrow and turns around and walks away.
Oh god.
You just see the kobold trying to chew on the boot.
Crunch.
So what would you like to do as these kobolds grow in number as they follow you?
They're following us.
Let's
Like,
go. We're going where they. I think. Are we going to where they pointed out the master to be?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
So I'm
This is
looking up the
getting
last one.
Down the
more and
corridor.
more unnerving. I've seen a lot of things, but this is upsetting.
Radiance is just very like straight faced now and is not really acknowledging much of anything.
There's a lot to take in.
I give like Radiance just a pat on the shoulder and just kind of like.
She's very.
It's
I
fair.
just read this book one time. It's called like the Pied Piper, and he was thinking about getting these guys to follow them out to the trap.
Feeling that they're just that's.
And he
I'd
needs
say
someone to
that's-
tell him whether it's a good thing or not, because he doesn't know anything about morality. He just follows his leaders, and he
Do you say that you're planning on doing this? Or...
may mention it.
Okay, it's like
to
okay, maybe.
Radiance, but no one else.
Oh no, just Radiance. Okay.
Radiance is just has like is like not acknowledging anything.
Morgus just comes out of the tunnel and goes to tunnel number 2 and starts walking down it.
I would
Is
like
that
to
the right
follow
tunnel?
Morgus.
Is that the right tunnel?
That's
Is that the one they
another
pointed-
advantage for me from chat. Thank you, chat.
Chat, don't do that.
I've not even used the old one yet.
No,
There are 2.
There are 2. Yeah.
chat, don't do that.
Why?
So, you walk through the tunnel, and you can see it widens into a room which glows slightly with gold, silver, and bronze, and many, many trinkets.
Splendid.
Morgus gets really excited and goes straight for the gold.
A kobold, the large kobold, steps down.
Says, hold, friend. Soon you will get a cut of the profits.
Okay.
Where is your master?
Sorry?
The master. Where is your master?
I am he.
Is this the same one we saw in the room? Yeah.
My name is Rakir. I have been selling this potent marrow to the local crime lords for use in their operations. Now, if you are to close your eyes and move away, or even help us defend this fortification, I'd be very happy to offer you a sizable chunk of the profits.
Let these people go.
They are free from pain.
Clearly.
My dear, you and I have a very different definition of the word free.
Look at them. They don't feel any pain. They don't have to worry about things. They're free. Free of emotion. Free of troubles.
Life is trouble.
Yes.
Radiance draws her,
Sorry?
Radiance draws her axe.
Yeah, I'm going right up to this guy.
Hey now. Hey, come on. We're having a discussion. We're talking like adults.
How are you keeping them enslaved?
He, like, nods at the marrow that any of you are still holding or pocketed. Or if there's someone around the room, he's like,
The marrow. Easy. Eat enough of
I
it.
could've gone.
Eat enough of it and you become a drone.
Great. Now that we know that, I would like to hit him.
Yeah.
okay, so he's sort of, as
Wait,
you...
what do you know about Leviathan? This is as it's being hit.
as you guys have like approached him quite threateningly, he's kind of expecting it. So I will want some initiative rolls.
Totally fine.
Okay.
Oh, he's not rolled very well.
Glad we were on the same page there.
Damn, I've been doing good with initiative.
I think you've got like nearly first every time. haven't you?
Dang, speedy.
13.
20.
They're so good.
Ah, okay, I'll take that.
Okay, so Endalin, it is you first again.
Okay, so I'll health. Are we like within 5 feet of
Oh,
it? Or
if
like,
you're
are we
surrounding
pretty
him, then yeah, you will be within 5 feet of him.
Okay. If that's the case, I'll draw my dagger, and I'll use a bonus action to use my planar warrior
Mhm.
again. And I'll attack with my dagger. Just. Oof. So it's 24 to hit.
A 24 does hit. Yes.
Dagger. So it's 5 piercing. Oh, 5 force damage, and then another D8 force damage.
Okay, so as you strike him such, he recoils and, as a reaction, slashes back with his own dagger.
Oh no.
Good hits, though. Good hits.
It hits.
So he slashes you back, dealing 5 damage. He recoils, clearly very wounded. Next is Radiance.
Owie.
Yeah, Radiance is super done with this, so she's just gonna bring her axe down on him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's so iconic.
A 14 does not hit. Just skitters
He's
across
too
his.
mad.
You hear the sound of jingling as your axe scrapes away part of the lever, revealing chainmail underneath.
I don't have any bonus actions. So.
Neuro them.
All right. Yeah. I'm hitting him with my spear. Or my trident, rather. Shoot. Okay.
As you lunge, he takes a reaction attack at you.
Bring it on.
Does a 13 hit you?
It does not.
Would you like to use any bonus actions?
Yeah, I would like to use my bonus action on arm strike.
Uh-huh.
Oh, come on.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm spending another key point. There we
Oh,
go.
there it is.
Damn.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you go.
Ooh, another 6 points.
kick straight to the gut. Bring it on.
Yeah, he's winded. He sort of steps back, unable to make his reaction attack.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna do that one more. Ah, shoot. Never mind.
Scratches across his plate again.
Nice hit, though.
Next we have Daff.
I'm gonna smack him with my quarterstaff, which I'm wielding two-handed for stability. I don't think that's gonna hit.
Bonk him with your whacking stick.
8.
8, unfortunately not. Again, you hear this chainmail jingle as he lets the blow pass him. Morgus. Kitty.
The kitty joins the party.
Yeah.
Finally, we have a Tabaxi rogue.
That's what we've needed this whole time. It was the missing piece.
Yeah.
Gilroy, I can't.
Right.
Oh, there you are. You're just quiet. You've gone really quiet, bud.
Have I?
Yeah, you've gone pretty quiet.
Okay, that's weird.
Just shout for a bit. It'll be fine.
That's not good. No, my other housemates are sleeping. I'll try and be as loud as I can.
Okay.
Alrighty. So Morgus is going to rage at first, of course, because he just feels he needs to, and he will go with Katie and Lisa. Now, can I rage and reckless in the same round, or is it like separate? I don't think I can.
I don't think reckless is a bonus action. You just declare your first attack as a reckless attack.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, then I'm going to reckless with this, so I'll have to roll because I'm using the two-handed hand axe. I'll have to do one on the advantage and one just on its own.
Okay.
So bear with me. And they'll all say Lisa, but whatever. And
16 just nicks him. The 21 definitely hits
and
him.
21 for the other hand.
Yep.
So cool. So bang and bang.
Nice.
So it's 9 points of damage, and the 4 points of damage on the other one. So that's 13 points of damage. Plus
Nice.
the rage, so 2. So it's
Another
9,
4?
10, 11, 4. There you go.
Yeah, okay, so he falls to the ground. Like,
Come on. It'll be very profitable.
And
Don't you like
Morgus
money?
looks over to him and says,
he looks to Neuro.
Don't you like money, lady?
I'm gonna get right up into his face. I want to spit in his eye, and then let Morgus take the kill.
Just as you're about to swing, he goes,
Oh boy.
He said, "Okay, all right."
and it's
Don't like that.
his turn, but he's currently incapacitated. He can't do anything. However, let's see, who's threatening him the most right now? I think the answer.
Me.
Well, I don't know. Neuro's right in his face. Fortunately, I've got 2 of them, so that'll help.
Oh,
I don't
great.
like those words.
I'm really glad that I just raged.
There we go. Does a 23 hit you, Neuro?
It most certainly does.
As from above, you hear this as a kobold drops a rock on you,
Bring it on.
doing
All right.
4 bludgeoning damage.
Nothing.
A second one swoops down to hit you, Morgus, as you are going to stab the thing. He rolls in with a 6.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, I'm going to burn one of my advantages. He hits you with a 22.
Oh,
Cool. Damn you, chat.
damn it, chat.
7 piercing damage.
So that would be 3 points then? Because it's halved?
Yep. And that is the end of their turn. So we go back to the start with Endalin, as we are now back in combat, as winged kobolds fly around the air. Just the 2. Ah!
Alrighty, so it's like the but the other one completely incapacitated, not a threat.
He's on the ground. He's ready for the killing.
Okay. Can I see the other guys? Like, do they have any more rocks to be thrown or anything?
Yeah, they're like they're hovering around these like stalactites, and these stalactites have got like rock deposits on them that they can pick from.
Okay, I'll use my bonus action to do the planar warrior again on one of those, and I'll try and pick one out of the sky with my longbow.
Okay.
22.
Boom.
So
Okay.
geez, 11 force damage. Plus 6 force damage.
Every time, so pretty much every time you've touched your bow, a kobold explodes. This one goes like a firework, raining blood and gore on all of you as different bits of body parts sort of like fall out of the sky. Like Morgus
I
gets a
think
bit of spleen, like Daff will have like maybe a bit of, I don't know, lung or something. Bones hit Radiance.
I think every time it happens, it surprises Indolin. So he's just like running around like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
And like a whole body's worth of blood as well in one splash, like falls from the sky, like rain or paint.
I don't know what I expected.
That was disgusting.
Radiance, it is your turn.
It's all in my head.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing at this guy that whistled that I've been attempting to hit. Because I hate him.
The guy on the floor.
Yeah.
You can have
No,
advantage.
my God.
You can have advantage. He's prone.
Oh, okay. Thank God. So that's a 19.
That hits.
Okay, so I also want to burn a Divine Smite into this as well.
Yeah.
That's 8 slashing, and then where? There we go. That's 2d8 and another 8, so 16 total.
Okay, so tell me, how does this look as you perma-kill him? You can go as extra as you like. If you want to burn him from reality, you can. How does this look?
I feel like her axe, just with the Divine Smite, kind of like glows along the edge and like sears, like she cleaves through him and it sears the wound and kind of cauterizes each half of him, and then just leaves him there, kind of smoking a little bit from the smite itself.
Yeah.
Looks like he got a cut of the profits.
Morgus is writing that down in his.
I love this.
So number 3 would be Neuro.
Yeah, I want to kind of look over at Radiance and kind of Beardman gif like, well done. And then I want to throw my trident at one of the winged dudes, or the only winged dude left, which I don't think I set up within roll 20, so I'll just roll it straight.
That's cool.
That is a 14.
14 does hit.
Hey, splendid. Then throw damage. Oh, wonderful. That is 11.
Ooh, so you catch it in the wing, it falls, it's soaring around, you catch it in the wing, its wing tears, it spirals, and hits the wall, falling to the ground, unconscious.
Splendid. I would like to step over its wing and pick my trident back up.
That was a lot less messy than when I did it. So.
It's because you're a monster.
You know, I'll take that. I'll take it.
In a good way. In a good way.
A sort of like ethereal mist emanates from the goblin master's mouth. It's sort of like as he exhales his last breath, and from the next room you just hear the mine that you came from. There's a wail of despair.
Oh, don't like that. Okay.
I just had the image of a whale in my head.
It's the despair whale. He's unhappy.
I'm gonna pat myself and use my last spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on myself again.
Okay, so you are in a room full of gold, silver, and bronze, and trinkets.
I
Morgus has
might.
just gone over to that dude and closed his eyes, and then because there's blood on his fingers, he's just done the whole Scottish thing and put the mark across his
Oh,
face,
jeez.
and then gone and walked over to the gold.
I'm just gonna pat my way over and look like the most like effeminate little walk you've ever seen anyone do. Just kind of like peer back into the other room where I heard the wail from. Like just enough so I can see. I don't want to go in there completely. It's like not, especially not alone.
I'd like to back him up.
I'd like to peek around the corner.
Oh, your sound's gone funny again, Grace.
Oh, this is so valid.
Again? Still?
Yeah, no, that's better.
There we go.
I just unplugged it and plugged it back in again.
Okay, there you go.
Seems to work.
Seems to work.
What was you saying you'd like to do?
Oh, I just wanted to like be with them to look into the other room. I
Okay.
wanna see the whale.
Perfect. So as you guys walk into the room, you hear more louder the sounds of despair as old kobolds, young kobolds, weak kobolds who haven't eaten anything for weeks are suddenly being hit by the effects of long-term hunger, tiredness, and thirst. They are looking awful.
Oh no.
I think I have rations.
I would like to turn to Daff and ask, is there any way you can close off some of this rock so they don't eat this marrow again? Hello?
Who?
Daff,
Me? Oh.
you might
Close off the rock. And no. Not. It's bone.
Right.
I have written down that I have 10 rations and a water skin, so I might be able to help some.
I have all of 5 points of lay on hands left. If that's going to help anybody, I will attempt to just kind of pat them and.
Yeah, I've got some cure wounds, but I don't know if that's going to help.
Would we recognize this as starvation? Like,
I don't see why not. Yeah, I'll give that to you as a free check.
cool. Ready. I'll pop down and I'll just like kind of give some of them like a ration each. I can't help all of them, but I have 10 rations and some water skin, so I'll be like, oh no.
Okay.
Here you go, here you
Perhaps.
go.
So are these people dying? Sorry, are they dying at the moment, or are they just like looking like they're starving mostly?
Well, they're not looking healthy.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna Morgus is gonna walk in there, and say, "There's free gold this way," and like shows the lump of gold that's inside of his hat, hopefully grabbing their attention, and then they can follow, so then they can go buy food.
None of the kobolds move. One of them says something about, no, not a cut of the profits.
Like as I'm giving one of
Okay.
them, I just kind of look at them like, right. As I'm like giving one of them rations, I gotta look at one of them. It's like, do you understand me? Are you free? Are you yourself?
So like, let's say as a reasonably aged kobold, one of them saying,
Yes, I understand you.
Okay, don't eat the marrow, okay? Because if you do that, you will not be yourself again, and all this will happen again. And I just give him a ration and like pour him some water, and then just like freaking out, going to the next one.
Suddenly her face goes a little vacant.
Oh, damn it!
Oh god. It's coming. It's coming!
And like she grabs your collar, staring intently into your eyes. In fact, everyone around you, they're all trying to they all make eye contact in some way, except maybe Morgus, who's left the room. Suddenly, you are no longer falling as you enter this vision. Instead, you stand in a town, a refuge, a place that you know well. A place of safety. In the sky, you can see a storm looming in. The Leviathan rides the storm, not flapping, just moving ever closer towards you. You see its eyes from this distance, locked on you entirely, as it gets ever closer. And I think that's where we'll wrap up the one shot.
Oh, excellent! Yay! Love me some trauma.
Yeah, you see?
Morgus is in the edit.
You saved everyone! Yay!
Yay! Well, except for Except for, the guards and some poor child.
Oh, that's fine. I wouldn't worry about that.
That'll be fine.
Yes, a poor kobold child that you
Yeah, this is
completely
poor.
But listen to the happy music.
Completely braided child. It's fine.
I didn't mean to.
I can make it louder.
Yes.
Me go into my settings and making it louder as well.
The louder music will unkill the culprit.
That's how it works.
Power of music and love.
So you guys, I really hope you enjoyed that little game.
Absolutely.
We're going to go around now, and we'll give you guys a nice big chance to advertise yourselves, sell us what you guys do online, where we can find you, and all that good stuff. I don't block links in chat either, so you can give links in chat. And also tell us your favourite part of the one-shot today. So we went clockwise last time, so we'll go anti-clockwise this time. We'll start with our player today, Nero, played by Eric.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eric1434. You can find me there, Twitch and Twitter, both of those things. I stream. I do mostly world building and homebrew stuff because I have the DM's curse and I never get to play. So my favorite part of the one shot, aside from just being able to play after 5 years of DMing, is I like that end scene. That feels really good. I like to imagine Nero's hair just flowing in the wind, standing ready to kick some Leviathan butt. It feels good.
Feels good, man?
Yeah.
Awesome. Just putting your Twitter in chat now.
Splendid. And if you want to follow me on Twitch, I am just right there with followers. Just right over that edge. Let's make that happen.
You're on Twitch as well?
Well, yes, sir.
What's your Twitch handle, sir?
1434, same deal. And that's Eric with a K, but that's fine.
Eric with a K. Oh, whoops.
I'll put it in there for you.
I was so close.
It's no problem at all. Thank you for running such a very good game.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Really glad you enjoyed it. There we go. That's better. Now you have Twitter and shoutouts done properly. So next, thank you so much. Next around the clock, we have Matt Bat Avery.
Yeah, as it said, my name's Avery. Go by Matt Bat online. Best place to find me is on Twitter. I am an artist. I love drawing. I love drawing people's D&D characters. I'm also a cosplayer as well. A couple people might have seen my Alba cosplay from the Dungeons and Places, the Game Grumps one. But yeah, favorite part of this one, as much as I loved exploiting kobolds, just surprising me every time, I really love the world building, like the descriptions of it. Just like being inside of a wingbone is so cool, and I really love that. Like just the whole world description. Thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed that.
We have Kobold Press to thank for that one today. This is part of their published module that I've decided to give a run. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't normally do that. Normally I just turn up with no notes and I'm like, hey, let's do something. Where are you guys? But today I thought I'd play a bit of a module. So well done, Kobold Press, if you're out there. Anything else you'd like to add, Avery?
Can't think of anything. Yeah, it's like I've advertised myself plenty. So yeah, no, that's all good. I think I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Good. Next around the clock, we have Tico at Tico Bell.
Hello. I guess for me, as far as advertising is concerned, I do DM for my own stream called the Unqualified Adventure Force, which is at Unqualified AF on both Twitch and Twitter. We run a game. We just switched to Monday nights, going through Taldore. So that's pretty fun. Just last Monday, I did a game in a tiefling costume, so that was exciting.
Oh, cool.
It was 2 hours of body paint, so
committed.
Yeah, so that's what I'm up to. My favorite part of the is that I was like, I'm gonna play my paladin, but not emotionally turmoiled or anything like that. And then she had to watch a small child get brained.
I'm so sorry.
In an alternate reality. She's pretty easy to shake up though, so that's fair.
Like, Yeah, like full disclosure, like the child had like 1 HP, so like
Yeah.
I
could have-
There was no point rolling.
you could have flicked it. You could have done anything, you know.
Should have made
Push it
Marcus
over.
take like half an XP for it. So
Yeah.
always.
That's true. At least none of you asked how much XP it's worth. That's always something. Uh,
No murder hobos.
so
The
next
worst.
around the clock we have Grace at as lonely as Leica
With a 0.
with a 0. With a 0. Even though my font looks like an O, that's a 0.
I don't really do anything online, so I've not really got anything to advertise other than my Twitter, which is the long, complicated series of letters that was just said.
It's in chat.
But other than that, I just idly tweet about D&D and I rant about things. But other than that, that's just me. Just here to enjoy the D&D. And I really liked the moment where I got to step in and stop Morgus. I thought that was a real raw, emotional kind of moment. But it was nice. So thank you.
Good. I'm glad I empowered that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I feel like Morgus could have gone on a real killing spree there. So let's find out from the man himself, Gilroy.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Morgus just follows orders. Like, until someone says stop, he's just going to keep going. So, yeah, he's pretty good at that. So yeah, I'm Gilroy the Almighty, or Gilroy Almighty as per Twitch and Twitter. I've only been playing D&D recently for about 6 months, so I'm still fairly new, which is why I like to play stupid characters. And currently I play a few online streams during the week, Australia time at 6 p.m. And I play a few tabletops here and there, and there'll be more coming. Thanks to inspiration from Scrat. So thank you, mate. I really appreciate what you do for us. It's great bringing us all together. So you can stop going red now.
Yeah, stop it. Stop. Okay. Okay, you guys. Okay, so that leaves me. My favorite Sunday. My favorite part of the whole thing, I think, was the first 10 minutes. No, rather the contrast between the first 10 minutes where you wiped out the 4 kobolds like with no problem at all, just like, oh, this is going to be easy, and then the next time you're like, hey, do you know what? We should really talk to them, and then walk into the room and just pop, 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 pop. Oh Jesus! They blew a whistle and everything.
I tried.
I thought that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that. So here's my social links. If you guys aren't already in the Discord, I thoroughly recommend it. It's a really inclusive, family feel sort of community that's really teachy if you want teaching and really not preachy if you don't want teaching. So they're really good at giving you help when you want it and not overbearing people. So, and also we don't just talk about D&D and stuff in there. We also talk about like real life as well. So it's a really nice close community. I recommend it. If you guys want to be in a game, then send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get you in the diary. Simple as that. I think I'm currently looking all the way up to September for games, during the week at least. But at the weekend there might still be other things. So pop me a DM, maybe I'll get you a game. I'm currently looking at scheduling things for next weekend, so pop me a DM and I'll get you a game. Easy as that. And also you can see the YouTube there. I'm going to try and make an effort tonight to try and get that up to date so that all the videos are there. Now I also have a Patreon, which is found there, and from as little as $1 you can support me in the channel. It really helps me buy new equipment, buy new books, like this book that I'm running today, this module. I've got 12 modules to run there, and I'm going to be doing more of them streams like I did earlier, where I do the prep as well. Because A, it makes me prep properly, and B, it's just a fun thing to do. And lastly, merch. You might have noticed I was using my Scraticus Academy notepad today to write the one-shot notes. It's the perfect size for one-shots, so you can find that on the website, and also there is t-shirts and things on there as well. I have one of those, but it's just far too hot to be wearing a t-shirt. I need lighter cottons. Yeah. I think that's everything. That's me done. So thank you very much, you guys. Thank you, all of you, for playing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along on the ride.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Thank you so much. I'm going to take us over to the Greyhawk channel, where a few of our friends are currently playing right now. We've got Laura Lanier over there, or Tia Zimmer, if you guys recognize her, and Grant Ellis, who are both good friends of the channel. So we're going to go and give them some. Go and throw them some support. That's cooling down right now. Whilst it's cooling down, I'll quickly go through my schedule. Tomorrow I've got 4 games of D&D, 7 a.m., noon, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Noon is Grant Ellis himself DMing, and 8 p.m. is Charlie DMing. Sunday I'm taking a day off. Monday I've got the City of Mist campaign. Tuesday I've got Wizards and Wardrobes. Wednesday One Shot Wonders. Thursday Larkspur Sequence and Kiana's birthday stream. And then Friday we're back here again. So thank you very much. Keep evoking emotions. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.